there guys, this is me Malorian, and this is going to be another War Machine Battle Report, and it's another game from that fun tournament we had. So this is one where we're using Steamroller 2012. I think last time I said 2010, it's 2012. And yeah, we're doing 50 points, everyone's supposed to be taking this a little bit nicer, and just having a lot of fun. One of the notes I didn't put in from last time is that if you win the game, you get 1 point. Also, if you finish your beer by the end of the game, you get a point. So it's one of those games. Now, this one here is called Sacrifice, and first of all, it's interesting because it's corner deployment. So that's why we're coming in from these opposite corners. And as well, the way that you're supposed to win this is you need 2 points. You can do that by controlling the zone there that you see, but you can only do that if you have a model in base to base as well on the flag. And then after you score that 1 point, any models in base to base take a POW 20 magical damage roll and then are pushed D3, no, not D3, just 3 inches away. So yeah, basically that's why it's called Sacrifice, is because you have to sacrifice something to get points. Now I am here and I am actually going to be up against Matt, who is one of the guys here from China, and he actually wanted to play against me. So it's like, okay, I have no idea how good of a player he is or what he's after, but I am running Fiona and a ninja list, so a bunch of Kiazi and cutthroats, and overall I feel really good because I have a list that pretty well counters his. He has all these trolls and all this cool stuff here, and who really cares, because I automatically do 1 point and a lot of my stuff ignores tough, and so I should be able to kill a lot of trolls. My feat is pretty good, so that when it starts coming to the heavies, either it can make it almost impossible for him to hit me or to hurt me, and then just try and kill him off. So I'm not sure if this one will be scenario or what, but we'll see how it goes. So I win first turn. Pretty much the only spell I'm going to be putting out is the one on one of the Kiazi eliminators at the top, which really just makes it an arc node. That's going to be really handy, so if I wanted to try and shoot out some of the stone, I can start doing that. But otherwise, yeah, I'm trying to stay far enough back that he can't really shoot me that well. And yeah, waiting to see what comes at me. So it's really clear that all the infantry are going down. That he's really trying us to swarm that zone. I feel pretty good about that because my Kiazi just trump his guys. Even if I didn't have 2 jacks down there, I'd be okay. Otherwise, he has a lot of his group that's going through the woods. I think he's really worried about me shooting him and trying to get that concealment. But man, it is really going to hurt him now, because with all that stuff so far back in the woods, I'm just going to free it up to be doing other things. If that bomber was up there throwing bombs and blowing up my dudes, that'd be bad. And now what I could do is kind of spend that time saying, all right, I'm just going to take my time, kill off the stone, go after all the dudes at the bottom, and yeah, just, ease into it. Meanwhile, while I'm easing into it, I got my glass of Sambuca there, so, it's good times all around. So on the bottom, there wasn't too much stuff I could get to so far. So the eliminators, they get in there, they do work. The assassins, some of them get in there. But I'm really just killing a couple of guys at the very front. Otherwise, I'll have to kind of wait till later. At the top there, I arc through and I shoot some of my spells into the stone. Just starting to kill off a few guys. Not all of them yet or anything like that. But just starting to pick away and killing off a couple of them. I did pop my feet, and that's more so at the bottom here, where the way that this could go bad is that if he charges in here with his Fen Blades and just rolls really well, if he just rolls a bunch of hard 8s, hits my guys, kills them off, all of a sudden now I'd be losing that advantage. So I'm just going to say, you know what? Let's make it impossible for you to hit me, and then I can really clean up next turn. Because really, the way that's going up there, I'm doing fine. I'm under no pressure whatsoever. You don't need to control the flag, just have a model and base to base to it. I have a lot of models I can feed it. So yeah, feeling really good. So I think it was really on this turn that he was realizing how much trouble he's in. You know, when he came in there in the zone and the Femblades started wanting to attack, you know, they got vengeance and they're like, yeah, let's get in there and do some work. And it's like, yeah, you really can't do anything to me at all, because what Fiona's feat does, if you don't know, is that while making attacks in her control range, you are -1 dice to hit and -1 dice for damage. And so it turns out if you're rolling only 1 dice to hit, you're not going to hit defense 15 or 17. It's just not going to happen. So that's awesome. Otherwise, at the top there, the bomber is finally now starting to throw some bombs. I don't believe it actually even gets to anything. I don't see anything gone. Otherwise, the Mauler is really trying to get in there, and same thing with the Bouncer, I believe that is as well. But yeah, at this point here, it's probably just a little bit, you know, too little too late. So what I'm going to plan to do on my turn is it's going to take a lot, but I hope I can kill off all the Fenblades. If I can kill off all the Fenblades, I can already start scoring on this scenario. Otherwise, I'm hoping then, if nothing else, I decimate them, really mess up that Mauler, and definitely need to kill off the stone now. So that's what I do. Between the Cutthroats and the Arcing Spells, I'm able to wipe out the stone. That's going to make things a lot easier. Then I go in there with the Nomad, and I first go in there, and like when I have reposition with the Cutthroats, they move in to kind of like tie up all these beasts. And the nice thing here is that whereas the Mauler only has 1 inch, the Nomad has 2, so I stay out here at 2 inches and swing away. I don't have enough damage to actually take him out, but now if he wants to get to me, he's going to have to trample and lose his initials, and, you know, that'll cost a Fury, and really make it hard for him to actually take out my Nomad. Otherwise, you know, I got another Nomad waiting, so it's not the end of the world. And at the bottom there, I just was not able to do it. I killed off a lot of the dudes. There's still pretty much the command left, and I also killed off the solo. So no scoring this turn, but clearly from what you can see from this, you know, I am well dominating the bottom. The top, if the game was only what was at the top, it'd be a little bit more interesting. But given what's happening here at the bottom right now, and Fiona's pretty damn safe, you know, I'm feeling really safe right now. So he does actually free up the Mauler in a pretty good way. And the way he does that is goes up here with Grissel and does her little spray things and kills some of the people that are in the way. So that allows the Mauler just to kind of like walk over and start making attacks. Does some pretty good damage, so, you know, does okay, but of course it's not going to be enough to take me out. Otherwise, he does kill a lot of my infantry there, right? Just, you know, spraying stuff, throwing bombs, and doing lots of damage. The Fenblade's trying at the bottom to do some stuff, but even now when feat's gone, it's still extremely difficult to try and do anything, so they don't actually manage to kill anyone. And so, yeah, at this point now, it's really going to be cleanup. There is no reason whatsoever that I shouldn't be able to kill off those Fenblades, and then I can really just start scoring. Now, unfortunately, in what I did at the top there, I've lost a lot of my Cutthroats, so a lot of my throwaway models are now gone. But hey, if nothing else, I'll have one for this turn, and if I need to run just one of these other guys up there for later, that's not really the end of the world. So, through my attacks, it goes amazingly well. Pretty much what happens here is that I clear out the bottom because that's super easy to do. Then up there I'm able to kill off the Mauler. So the Mauler was already kind of hurt before because of course I'd already gone into it. I'd already done some damage to the bomber as well with Kill Baylock, and so actually I was able to kill off both of his heavies this turn and also get one guy on the flag there. So I'm gonna score 1 point, and it's just super clear at this point that it's really over. So at that point then he decides, you know what, let's just throw in the towel because it's really not going anywhere from this point forward. And so there you go, Fiona gets the win. Now I do have to say that really this game had nothing to do with, like, you know, I'm a super player or anything like that. It really was the fact that my models kind of countered his. Now, I believe he could have had a much better chance if his battle group wouldn't have gone through the forest. You know, you shouldn't be worried about cutthroats. They lost their poison damage. You know, if they don't get to your backs, I'm not doing damage to heavies whatsoever. So I think he was just a little bit overly afraid of the cutthroats, maybe remembering what they used to be in Mark II. But yeah, I'll take it. I got the win. I finished my glass of Sambuca, so happy days. So these are really the only two games I was going to show from this fun tournament. You know, basically just two interesting scenarios, showing off my two lists. But really, anyone who's watching this, if you are interested in trying to mix things up and having fun one day, go back to 2012. It's really the point where after this, they're like, oh, let's start making things a little bit more normalized and boring. Back here at 2012, you know, there's scenarios where objectives are moving around and it's just all different and crazy, and it was awesome. So, you know, it's all out there. It's all on the internet. So go out there, give it a try, and otherwise, we'll catch you later. Bye. Hey there, if you liked watching this video, please go down and give it a like down below you here. And if you have any concerns or questions or comments, please put those in the comment section as well. You know, the best way for me to give you what you want to see is if you tell me what you like seeing and what you don't like seeing. So otherwise, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you later.